Welcome to Quiet Please. It has been a week for the Quiet Please girls. Quiet Pleasers, QP, Shusher. I don't know. We don't have a name for ourselves yet.
What,
just the host of this podcast.
Yeah. I thought you meant the fan base, but the fan base,
Yeah.
what do we call them? The shushers?
I like shushers. I like QPs, like cuties, like QPs.
Okay.
I don't know. I think that okay, maybe not. I don't think that it's cool for us, like to name our own fan base. I think they have to name themselves.
That's true. Okay. And then as time goes on, hopefully you get like proper posse of people and we can do some fun things.
Like the Giggly Squad has the Gigglers, and the Toast has the Toasters, or the Swirlies, the girly Swirlies.
Okay. So we can be okay. We'll let them decide once we get enough, Kira. I don't think we're getting there. We're getting there.
Fine. Hi, how are you?
I'm a bit tired.
How was your week at the PGA Championship?
It was, it was good. I was doing World Feed last week, which was great for CBS, which was, I've never done World Feed before, so it was
Can you explain what that is?
Yeah.
To people that don't know what the World Feed is.
So basically when you have like the main coverage, whenever there's a commercial in the US, obviously it's not really very relevant in other countries like Japan and Australia. And so that's what I take over. So every like basically 20 minutes, and obviously this can change like to 10 minutes, I come in for maybe 2-3 minutes, and because we still carry on the coverage, but for international players. So we'll show like the South Africans and the Japanese players and Australians and British. And so that's where my voice comes in. So it's basically for the world to listen to.
Very cool.
Was that a good explanation?
That was a great explanation.
Thank you. How's my Japanese? Arigato is about as far as it goes.
You're not actually doing it in Japanese. They're just taking
No, I'm not doing it in Japanese.
Commentary.
No, I can barely do it in English, so there's no chance that I'm doing it. So, and you were also at PGA Champ with...
I was the first 3 days with Golf Channel, which was really fun. I got to do the late show. And then Thursday to Sunday, as I mentioned, I got to do Sky. And it was so much fun. So Sky Sports is for the British people, for the people of the UK.
Yeah, so no wonder you had fun. No wonder you had fun. Yeah,
exactly. Oh my God. They give each other such a hard time. The Americans could never. The things that they say to each other, I'm like, HR.
Yeah.
Red flag. No, they just.
Yeah, we have a different humor. Oh, yeah. Like, I miss it. I know. I'm glad you got to experience it, Kiri. See, I'm not as bad as you think now, am I? I've tamed it down now living in America.
You're a right prize compared to some of them.
Oh, yes.
They said, so a couple of them have been listening to the show. Katie, the production manager, she comes in and she goes, you guys are like chalk and cheese.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's so great. I've never heard that. But I don't know which one's chalk and which one's cheese, but it's so funny.
I think I'm cheese.
You think I'm chalk?
Yeah, you just goody two shoes. And I'm not.
You're like, how do I say this without offending you?
I'm like, I know. But I feel like you've had a lot of offending things said to you if you've worked for Sky, so I'm trying to be nice.
Oh, no, that's okay. I'm immune to it at this point.
Yeah, so we were both at PGA Champ, and we actually met for dinner one night, didn't we? Made an effort.
We did.
Just for context, me and Kira obviously doing this have become we have become pretty good, close friends.
Oh my God, you're a close friend?
Well, I think so. On my Instagram you are. So you've been promoted. You've been promoted.
Wow.
I felt at this, I feel like at the last few dinners we've had when we've been at the same tournament has been really hilarious. And Amanda's been with us, Balionis as well. And I feel like we've constantly been giggling, but every time I looked over this time, you were taking notes because one of my friends was at dinner and kind of rinsing me a bit and giving you some good stuff. So I'm intrigued to see what you actually did and wrote down, because I know a lot of TMI was shared at the dinner. So I'm quite intrigued as to how much of a shit show this is going to be.
I go through life now just constantly thinking about the show and oh, this would be funny. Oh, we have to talk about this, blah, blah, blah. And I forget 99% of it when we actually sit down to record. So especially last week, because we were both working, we were both there, I was just trying to write down as much as I could so I wouldn't forget it. So can we do a quick like little recap of the week and kind of give everybody some of that stuff, and then we'll wrap with the Sunday roast of Mel Reid, all the things I wrote down.
Okay.
Okay. So, Scottie Scheffler.
Yes. Surprise.
Wins the PGA Championship. 5-shot victory at Quail Hollow. Kind of tried to give it away on the front nine. Came back with an amazing performance on the back. Bryson and Jon Rahm were in it for a minute. And
just Scottie doing Scottie things. Just Scottie doing Scottie things.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I mean, I'm not surprised. I thought it sort of started to get a little bit interesting, didn't it? At probably the turn on the Sunday, but then they all wilted away. And Scottie just being Scottie, just didn't make any mistakes and felt like he got a little bit of energy and made a couple birdies when he needed to. And boom, all of a sudden he had a 6-stroke lead going down 18. So very happy for Scottie. I think he's not like the loud, like, he's just a good guy. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not like a Bryson or like even like I feel like a Rory, like in even his press stuff. But I just feel he's just an all-around good dude. Like, he's got a great family. Like, I don't know, whenever he wins, I just like want to watch how his family react, because I just think it's emotional. I just think that like his whole family have just raised like a really good, humble young man, but has like this killer instinct to win. And it's like the most perfect combination, I think.
I loved seeing his reaction at the end. For a second, I thought it was just going to be the pure emotion of having won the hug with Ted Scott. But then he throws his hat and he yells and has this very rare for Scottie, genuine human reaction. And that was great. And then I loved seeing him with his son Bennett, and he brings him into scoring. And it was just so wholesome.
So cute, dude.
So cute.
Like, so cute. Like, the whole thing in the scoring, like, they took a picture of him just playing with his yardage book and, like, the 80. I mean, that's just, like, it's the dream. It's so cute. And this little boy has no fucking idea, like, how good his dad is. Like, he's won all this stuff. Anyway, it's very cool. And just his wife, Meredith, and just the whole team. You know, he gets a lot of praise, but there's so much more to it than just him. The whole background and team and his family. And I just think it's just really cool whenever he wins. I think it's just really good. I think I like seeing it.
Yeah, and I mean, there was all that stuff in the beginning of the year about the if you hadn't heard about his injury, he cut his hand making ravioli at Christmas on a wine glass. They were like in a rental house or something, and they were using wine glasses to cut the dough of the ravioli. And of course, there's all these jokes about like, come on, dude, like you should have a chef by now to make you your ravioli, but whatever. And then that really messed him up for a bit. And he finally comes back kind of in full force just a couple weeks ago at the Byron Nelson. He wins by 8. And we didn't even talk about his win that week because it just felt so like Scottie won.
Yeah, exactly.
Great to see him back. You know, of course he won the Dallas event where he lives, NBD. It's not like a majors PGA Tour event, so he's expected to just go crazy. But then for him to come back into this PGA Championship, major championship category of winning is a big deal, and something that I'm sure has been eluding him for just a bit in this first half of the year. So in that regard, it was cool to see him back. And it was nice to see, you know, because in the beginning of the week, the leaderboard was a little bit sus. All of the big stars were kind of not showing up. So it was nice to see Jon Rahm and Bryson DeChambeau make it more of a show, especially in that, you know, like holes 7 to 15.
Yeah.
And then things kind of fell apart from there.
Yeah. No, I agree. Okay. That was a good recap because I want to talk about more important things.
Is there anybody else that was impressive to you? Any other storylines? Rory didn't talk at all.
Rory didn't talk a week.
Your thoughts on that from like a player's perspective.
I'm a little bit in between because I'm just purely going to think of this as a player mentality. Now,
go play.
Okay. I think he does a lot of media, and I think that he is incredible with the media. He's very open. He gives everybody kind of what they want to hear, but from his perspective, he's always been incredible relationship with the media. There must be something behind this, why he's not speaking to the media, and I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt right now, but I think if it keeps happening, I might have a different opinion, but I think that just after this is his first major back from winning the Masters and completing the Grand Slam, and the driver issues that he had during the week, he had to switch his driver because it was non-conforming. I feel that it was just odd that he wasn't speaking to the media from my side. But I feel like there's something, I don't know, not in a dramatic way going on. I just think that something's...
Yeah, I mean, there's always so much more to the story than what we what we know. The whole thing with the non-conforming driver, it was that is something that happens every week on tour. Like, you've had your equipment tested a million times. I'm sure you've had things like this happen before. Like, it's not a big deal. And I could only imagine that was really annoying to have people then start saying, some of the headlines were crazy. And it's just because it's, this is the guy that just won the Masters tournament. Whereas, Scottie said after that his was non-conforming as well. Xander was talking about how it's like not that big of a deal. A bunch of other guys had their stuff tested. It happens all the time. You just switch out the driver head and off you go. I mean, I know that's like a little bit different because every driver head is slightly different, but I don't know. Just seemed like anything to make a story was that was probably annoying.
I mean, what did you think you should have spoke to the media?
Yeah, I think that on, if he didn't want to speak Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because he didn't play well. So if he didn't want to speak those days because he was annoyed about how he played, fair enough. I do think as the Masters champion and just having completed the career Grand Slam and you're coming off of this incredible high, and most fans don't care at all about this driver thing. It's such a golf specific bubble issue that we all make to be such a bigger thing because we live in it, we're in it. Setting that aside, I think that the fans would have loved to hear from Rory. It would have been the first time in a major championship to talk to him, but
I feel like the guys are talking like, I don't want to do it straight after, which I totally get. I do get, like, you're emotional, you're probably going to say something you don't want to.
Yeah, but Shane said that.
Yeah, and I understand that. I really do. But I also feel like you're kind of, the reason that you get paid so much, a lot of it is because of the media.
Yeah.
And so, in my opinion, I'm like, you guys are making stupid money. Like, I feel like you just need to calm down a minute and do interviews. I'm sorry. I just think that it's part of the job. Athletes have to do it all over the, tennis players, they have to do it straight after their match. Like, it's just what it is. Like, I feel that it's just part and parcel of the business and the job. And so that's where I'm a little bit like, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt this week, and I'm just going to go, something was going on. And I feel like he just wanted to quieten the noise a little bit, maybe refocus after the Masters. Like, he's probably not practiced as much. And so he just wants to be like, just do my own thing. But this whole thing with the media stuff, I'm like, guys, come on. Like, I feel like you should speak to, like, this is what it's about. Like, the fans want to hear about stuff. You know what I mean?
Totally. As a setting Rory aside and giving him the benefit of the doubt for the week, just as a overall concept, I have always really been passionate about the fact that this is an entertainment product.
100%.
We are here to sell things. This is all about money.
Yeah.
This is the only... when it all comes down to it, of course, we love the beauty of the game and the competition and the stories.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, it's about money.
Yeah.
And that money comes from the fans.
Mm-hmm.
And the advertising that's sold against broadcasts, and that's how this works. Like, the $3.7 million prize pool isn't just for fun.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is kind of harsh to say, but like, if you don't want to do interviews, like, go play USGA, go play in the Mid-Am. Play
I agree with that. I agree with that 100%.
Amateur events, then you don't have to talk to anybody because you're not getting paid to do it. Then you don't have to give a single interview. So it just, in that regard, like, I'm also saying that from a media perspective. So I'm probably a little bit
I
colored
agree
in that way.
I agree with you 100%. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, but if it keeps happening, then I'll be like, oh, that's
Yeah.
I
And
think
if
it's a
they
bit
want
off.
to wait half an hour, like no
Yeah,
one's,
no problem at all.
we're not in a rush.
No
wait.
issues. We wait. We will wait. We do wait.
We do. Actually, we do wait. We do. Yeah.
Side note as well, I don't know what is going on, but you are making a big impact on the female fans that are coming through, because I saw maybe 2 open-toe shoes the entire week. People,
okay.
the movement is happening, Kira. You have finally been an influencer, and the ladies are listening.
It's always been my dream to help people.
I mean,
and I know that I am helping the people of the women that attend golf tournaments by making sure that their footwear is appropriate, their toes are protected, and they don't have nasty toe jam in between their toes at the end of the day.
This is like
that was my big push last
change.
week. Thank you. Well, it was gross and raining for the first 3 days. I had my wellies on.
Good girl. Well said.
Thank you. And I just felt that it was important to share with the people of North Carolina that were planning on attending the golf tournament that should they decide to wear their fancy sneakers, that they were going to regret it. And I felt it was incumbent upon me as a woman of the people to share that. So I'm really happy that you felt that the impact was felt.
It was very much felt. And then another styling thing that I noticed, and I kind of knew this anyway, but I haven't spent a bunch of time in North Carolina. Do the guys have to wear short shorts or something? Because I've never seen so many short shorts. Blue.
It's
okay,
like
beige,
the March
beige.
of the Penguins, but it's the March of the Southern frat bro.
Dude,
I saw
beige.
these massive groups of college boys in these little khaki short shorts.
Yeah. Like a fabric belt, like a fabric golf club belt. You know which one I'm talking about? Where it has a logo.
The stitched on belt, and then the
blue polo,
light blue Carolina blue Tar
zin in the back
polo.
pocket.
Oh yeah. The sunglasses that have the little wraparound thingamabob.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely
it's a Luke.
A Luke. Yeah, it is. It 100% is. So I saw a bunch of that. So every time I walked in, I was like, Jesus. I was like, there's so many of them. You know.
There are so many of them.
They
travel in packs.
Yeah, I know. It's nuts.
I was in the golf cart at one point, trying to get to my interview position, and we just had to fight through a river of these Southern frat bros, and they're like a little drunk. It's just such a disaster.
I mean, I'm not against the short shorts. I'm not, but it was just
I've never seen a short short.
I don't mind short short, but the amount of them was.
You love short shorts.
I love short shorts. I wear shorts way too short for my age at this point. Like
no,
I do, Kira.
We're not putting age. We're putting age on shorts.
I probably should wear ones below my knickers.
Okay, well maybe below your knickers, sure.
Yeah.
I had 2 Bryson stories for you.
Okay.
From the interview position at the Sky Cart. One was his interview on Saturday, I want to say. He comes over, because he's trying to get to the range. Comes over really fast. He's like trying to get in, get out, and his manager guy hands him a chocolate chip cookie right before the interview, and he steps up to the cart ready to go, and he just takes a massive bite in the middle of the interview, and he stops. He goes, "Cookie's really good." Like we're on live television.
Is that weird?
It's a little weird, but like it's Bryson, and like whatever it takes to get him to show up to the interview. If you want to eat your cookie, I don't care.
Fair enough.
I mean, it kind of created this funny, genuine moment, and then before another question, he took another bite and just he's slamming this cookie before he's trying to go to the range. Whatever he needs to do. So
did he speak with his mouth full?
He did.
Yeah,
he did. But he spoke. That's all I care about.
Okay, that's fair enough. No, so, whatever you got to do. What you got to do.
You want a cookie? I'll have a platter. I'll have a platter of cookies for you. Just come over and do the interview, whatever. Yep. And then Sunday after he finished, I guess, so the cart is in the camera, in vision, and then you can kind of see on the sides of it the media area that we're in. So you can see people walking by and stuff. And he was walking in on one, like the left side of the cart. And I guess he had seen Todd Lewis, who works for Golf Channel, and kind of off camera, Todd was like, "How did it go?" And Bryson is acting out being punched in the face like this over and over again, and you can just see him on the side of the cart, and then he walks up for the interview, and of course we captured that. So the producers play it back in the broadcast in slow motion.
Oh, that's brilliant. Just punch. Dude, he's entertaining. I'll give him that.
He loves so Bryson.
I love it.
It was so great.
Can we talk about, well, I almost got broken into.
Oh, yes. Okay, so this was horrible. So Hallie Ledbetter, who's one of our bezies, was robbed. Somebody actually got into her hotel room and took all of her grandmother, like she had this beautiful grandmother's jewelry, like a locket, emerald earrings, something else, really sentimental stuff, the stuff that she wore, some of her wedding jewelry. And there's no cameras in North Carolina hotel room or hotel hallways. So I don't know what ended up happening, but it was a bigger story because it seemed like this was an inside job the whole hotel was dealing with.
So yeah, she posted about it and I was like, what hotel are you staying in? So she posted this on the Friday. She went, I'm staying at so-and-so. I said, oh my God, I'm staying there. And I said, okay, that's made me think now because on the Wednesday, I was getting ready to go to dinner between like 6 and 7. And I'm just on my laptop doing some work and so, you know, when like somebody of room service or somebody who works, an employee will like say hello, knock, and then do the room key. There was none of that. There was just someone trying to like ram on my handle. And I thought, oh, he's just trying to get in. So I just thought, I'll just wait till he gets in and go, no, I'm good. Well, this was going on for like 10, 15 seconds. And I thought, oh my God, someone's trying to break in my hotel room. And I could feel like, you know, the tingling in the back of your neck. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I just shout hello. And it stopped. And I thought, holy shit, someone's definitely breaking in. So I go through the peephole, no one's there. So I like ran the door open and I see this guy like walking off, like on the phone. And he was not in like employee outfit or uniform. And
just in normal clothes.
Just normal clothes with like a bag. And I was like, I just presumed, because you just don't really think someone's going to try and break in at like that time as well. And I just thought, oh, someone's obviously just got the wrong room and just messed up the room, like room number. But then when Hallie said that, I obviously text Hallie and was like, no, definitely. And then we found out like 4 other people complained about it. Like during the week. About
getting robbed.
About getting like trying to get into the room, yeah. Pretty scary.
Yeah, that's crazy. I stay in hotel rooms all the time, and I think I've kind of gotten relaxed about thinking about those things. And this was a good reminder of, you never know, you know, flip your
I always
the
do that.
deadbolt.
Yeah. But like there was no safe in there. So you couldn't have put any stuff anywhere. Anyway, there was no safe in the hotel. There's none in my hotel room anyway, because I checked.
I know. I just I don't travel with any valuable jewelry that I'm not actively wearing.
Yeah, same.
The jewelry that I travel with that is in my, you know, little jewelry box is cheap, whatever jewelry that I wear on camera. I don't have anything valuable anymore. And that was a hard lesson learned from, I think I told you about this, but my bachelorette party was in Tulum in Mexico. And my best friend planned the trip and booked this gorgeous villa, and the downstairs of the villa was all bedrooms, and the upstairs was the common area, living space, and a pool. So during the day, 2 in the afternoon, we're having a day party in our pool upstairs. All the girls are up there, and later we saw on the Ring camera that a guy just walked straight into the front gate. And he went bedroom to bedroom, and he took laptops, engagement rings, family jewelry, all that stuff. For the record, I did tell all of my friends, don't bring any of that stuff with you. And does anyone listen to me? No, but it's not their fault. They should not have that happen. And the police came and like, what are we going to do?
Right.
There was nothing to be done.
What is wrong with these wankers though? Like, I'm sorry, but like, what? Oh, I don't know.
Maybe we were wankers for leaving stuff around, but
you're staying there. And you're in the house. No,
and it feels so violating too.
It does. It's weird,
and it put a huge damper on the Bachelorette, because as soon as the robbery happened, we were like, okay, let's all get on the boat and like have this day. And one of my best friends is sitting in the corner, like drinking a margarita, crying because her engagement ring was stolen.
Oh, don't.
Horrible.
No,
absolutely awful, horrible. Yeah. She did get it replaced with a bigger rock, but still.
Yes, still. It's not the point of the story, is it? It all worked out in the end.
Point of the story is don't travel with valuables that you're just leaving around.
So she didn't say it got nicked and actually didn't just to get a bigger ring.
No.
Okay.
It really got nicked, which was really sad.
All
I had one little funny thing from last week. I was working the late show, which is like 7 to 9 generally. I was done at like 8:45 waiting for the crew to wrap, and I was just kind of pacing in the parking lot on FaceTime with Andrew. This was like on Tuesday night, I think. It was the night of the Champions dinner. I'm pacing in the parking lot, FaceTiming with Andrew, and who comes out to the parking lot but Xander Schauffele, the defending champion. And I don't know if you saw this, he had done cigars as gifts for the other guys at the Champions dinner. And he comes out with this big bag, or not big bag, a bag of cigars. And he sees me on the phone. I wave, like, hey, what's up? And he comes stomping over, and he gets in the FaceTime with Andrew, and he's like, hey, dude, you like light or dark? And Andrew's like, I'll take whatever. And Xander just shoved this giant stack of cigars in my hands. And he goes, here you go. Enjoy.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was so sweet. I was like, all right, see you, Xander. Thanks.
Oh, that's awesome. Does Andrew do cigars?
He likes a cigar, but only on, social special occasions. He's not like chewing a cigar just because.
Have you ever had a cigar?
I think I've had a puff of my dad's cigar once, and I thought it was
crazy
gross.
Bitch. Crazy cat.
You know me, wild woman. Do you like cigars?
No. I've tried to have them many a time. I haven't had one for probably 10 years, but I've tried to have one many a time. You just at a party, cool.
Did you ever have a cigarettes phase? Did you ever have a Charlie Hall?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Me and my mates used to, the menthols when we had a few Jaeger bombs. Oh, my God, mate. Yes. Back in the day. Oh, yeah. Back in the day. It was a thing, wasn't it? It was a thing. Yeah. We used to get a pack of Marlboro menthol and split them between like 8 of us on a night out.
When you're out.
Disgusting. Cigarettes. I can't stand even the smell of cigarettes now.
So gross. Yeah.
Menthol back in the day. Oh, yeah.
Mel loved a menthol.
With my white heels on when I was straight. Oh, yeah, mate.
With your peep toes?
No peep toes.
When you were straight. Okay, so great. This is a perfect segue. It's a little early in the show, but let's just go full on Sunday roast here. So at dinner, we got deep into the story, Mel story land. This includes an interactive phase of this where all of you will need to be Googling things.
Please don't.
So wait, can you take us back to when Mel was straight and then how Mel became not straight?
Wait, no, because I can't remember what I told you, because I definitely told you something that's not appropriate for the podcast.
Well, we don't have to do that. We can just...
Okay, so you basically asked me at dinner the same thing that Charlie's once asked me, like, when did I become a lezza, right? Is this what you're talking about?
Well, yeah, like, when did you realize that you were a lesbian?
Well...
Or a lezza?
A lezza. Well, that's a great question, because I don't know. I was very much into boys, like, just thought they were cool, like, but... when I was kissing boys, cool. They tasted like cherry age. You know what I mean? Because we were so young and like I was, you know what I mean? Cherry age. I don't know. So I don't know. I just was never. Like the boys I used to snog used to, for some reason, be addicted to cherry aid. I don't know. It was just something.
What's cherry aid?
Like a cherry Coke.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So
cool.
I still can't have cherry Coke. It makes me throw up in my mouth. But
because it reminds you of
because it reminds me of like. Okay. Also, when I was straight. Okay, I used to be really attracted to really short men, and this is what we've talked about. Is this where we have? Remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like really short men. Like
short men always have beautiful faces.
I don't know why. I'm very attracted to short men. Like I think it's
short kings. Mel loves a short king.
It was honestly, I think it was because it was too much effort if I had to like go look up and stuff. But anyway. So I was into like the shorter, stockier, like rugby body-ish. I say that, and my mate's gonna be like, none of you fucking boyfriends look like a rugby player. But anyway, and then I had this friend when I was like 16, I was 16, and we just fooled around once. She was a girl, and I was like, yeah, that was okay. And then I just dabbled back and forth for a bit, and then I just quickly realised, like, oh, Yeah.
This is better.
Yeah, this is just different. Yeah, it's different, but I still gave it a good old run for a little while there.
You gave it so much effort.
I really tried to be straight. I really did. It just was not happening. So when we were at dinner, one of my friends brought one of my guys that I snogged or something. I'm just going to say snogged. And he was good looking. We found a picture of him. He was good looking.
We did look up a photo of this man that you snogged.
He's like 5'2".
He's a short king, but that's okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's way more to this
be
story.
clear, your friend at dinner was not the short king. He brought up.
He kindly
brought up the short king.
So I feel like I've lived a lot of lives, and I feel like whenever a subject gets brought up at dinner, I'm like, oh, I've got a story for that, because I try and forget so much of my past, because it's been a wild ride at times. Mm-hmm. And Sean kindly brought up this bloke that I was interested in when I was like younger, like 22, and it was and it just brought back a lot of awful memories and just
so gross. Then that led us down this great path. Mm-hmm. So there is something called golf punk on the internet.
Okay.
And there are photos of Melissa Reid.
I know.
Look, just full on serving model. So first of all, okay, I've been bamboozled into this image of you of someone who doesn't know how to pose for the camera. Meanwhile, you are posing in heels, with cleavage. You also have been
cleavage is a strong stretch. That is a lie. You know,
bamboozled everyone to thinking that you have peanuts on an ironing board.
No,
you look so hot in these pictures.
Okay, no, I don't.
This is so British. British.
Okay, so Golf Point came up to me, and I just got in Solheim, so they're like, "Come on, let's do a thing for Solheim." I was like, "All right, like get out of my comfort zone." I was like 22. I was like, "Whatever."
With bleach blonde hair,
which my best mate Brianne used to dye it for me. It used to cost me like us £1.50 every like 6 weeks, and then my fucking hair started falling out when I was like 26, so I had to stop doing it.
You get what you pay for.
But anyway, that's when I used to do my purple rinse. So anyway, so I'm like, okay, fine, fuck it, I'll do it, right? And I had a Labrador at the time, and I was like, can my Labrador come as like a support, like a I don't even
an emotional support
animal, because I knew what I was going to do and I was so uncomfortable. And my mum at the time was like, I'll come with you. And I was like, okay, cool. So I showed up to this photo shoot. Okay, it's an underwear photo shoot, right? It's like the most uncomfortable I've ever been in my life. And
it's like lingerie.
It's lingerie. Now, bearing in mind, like my mum, you know, being British, like loved a little bevy. So they, for some reason, had champagne on this thing. Looking back, it's fucking weird, right? But anyway.
I'm trying to loosen you up. Let's get this.
Trying to loosen us up. I was drinking because I was a full-on athlete at the time. Like, nothing bad in my body. I know.
Wow, I didn't know that you ever had a phase like that.
Well, it was probably about 5 weeks. I think it was to get in shape for the first shoot. Anyway, so, well, my mum's had like 6 glasses of this champagne and just wasted. And she's just like, oh my God, I've never seen you look so feminine, and oh my God, gorgeous. So I'm just like, all right, whatever. So I'm just like in my flow at this point. I'm like, everyone's drunk apart from me. So I'm just like, okay, cool. I'll just like, whatever. And then they're like, oh my God, should we get your dog involved? I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, let's get some like real high heels on. Let's get like this see-through gown thing on with your underwear. And like my underwear wasn't see-through. And then let's put like this chain around your dog and you hold the dog like on the other side. It's really fucking weird thinking about it. And it's something that I really regret doing. But they like put like sandwiches out. So my dog was like at the camera. And I'm hanging on for dear life. My neck, you know, I'm a bit conscious about my thick neck. My thick neck. I think that's where I got it from. Because
that's when you developed this self-consciousness?
Yes, because my veins were popping out. So I'm holding on for dear life to my massive fucking Labrador. And it's just gobbling up these like cucumber and fucking cheese sandwiches. And anyway, it got publicized. It's literally at my hen do, it was all over the house. On the outside of the house, my mates put posters of this stuff. In like when we had mice all over the house. It was everywhere. Like the outdoor of the house, everyone who walked past, just a normal person, it was like a massive photo of me. It's in my underwear. It's one of the, I really want to get it off the internet and it just won't, obviously. So
no, there are screenshots that will live forever, at least with all of your friends that love you and support you so much.
I mean, why? Fucking hell. It was just a whole day.
Wait, okay. So that made me giggle. And then the thing I think was the funniest story that night was your mohawk.
Oh shit. Okay. So okay. So there used to be a live TV show, and Ant and Dec, who are quite famous presenters in the UK, we used to be called Black and or Red. It was like half the audience choose black, half the audience choose red, and they get celebrities in or whoever to do these 2 challenges against each other, and whoever wins, like if you're on the black team, they win, right? And whatever.
So this is like a Jimmy Fallon type of show.
Oh yeah, this is like prime time show. Yeah. So I show up and I'm on the black team. So
how old are you at this point?
I was with my first girlfriend, so I would have been.
We remember our lives based on the relationship.
Probably 22 or 23. Yeah. 22.
Okay. But a big star, like new on the scene.
Yeah.
Huge in UK golf life.
Right. So anyway, so I go, so my girlfriend's actually with me and she's just in the waiting room, whatever, with my agent at the time. And they're like, right, you need to go into makeup. And I'm like, yeah, cool. Well, this woman was just awesome. Like, she was edgy. She was cool, like this makeup artist girl. And she's like, oh my God, like, love your hair. And I was like, oh, thank you. And she's like, do you use purple rinse? And I was like, for a matter of fact, I do. I was like, I do quite regularly. She went, love it. I love like the purpleness in it. And I'm like, okay, I don't think it was meant for that, but thank you.
That's not what I'm going for, but
it's not the look I'm going for. So she's like, oh my God, your hair's so thick. Like, can I do something really cool? I was like, bitch, do you? I was like, I trust you with my life. I've spoke to you now for 2 minutes. Literally just, I trust you with my life.
Do anything you want.
I just love her. So she spins me around and she's just chatting to me and we're just chatting like blah, 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 blah. And I was doing it with Paul Casey, right? He was on the red team. And he obviously needs 5 minutes to get ready because he's a bloke and it's so easy for guys, right?
Totally.
So I've been in there for like an hour and a half and it's getting quite close to when we're on air. So Paul comes in and Paul just, I haven't seen myself at this point. Yeah, okay. I'm still facing, my back is still against the mirror. And Paul just goes, whoa. And I was like, are you good? He's like, whoa.
Is everything okay?
And I'm like, all right, that's fucking rude. I was like, whatever. I'm like, surely she just put my hair up in a bun because that's all I have. When she put in the 1,856th hair grip in, I was probably like, I don't think this is my normal messy bun.
This is when I'm going to start questioning this hairstyle.
And I'm thinking to myself, and we've been in here like nearly 2 hours. I'm pretty sure that's not how long it should take. So she's like, okay, are you ready to see this masterpiece? And I was like, let's go, babe. She spins me around and I'm like, holy shit. I am not joking. I have probably a 9-inch mohawk. Like, she's scraped my hair up and my purple rinse is like glistening in the light. And it is just so high. And as I've been turned around, my agent walks in and my agent, Vicky, was like, oh my God. And I was like, oh my God. And then Vicky's like, and they go, okay, 2 minutes to air. Like 2 minutes you need to get ready. You need to get ready. I'm like,
what am I going to do?
I was like, I don't have time to fix it. So Vicky just starts like patting it down. Like, she's like, too much. And I'm like, yeah, no shit, Vicky. Like, oh my God. So I'm like trying to pat it down. And then my clothes obviously got sent to they needed to be a certain clothes. So my worst nightmare is like tight top, baggy bottoms. I prefer tight bottoms, baggy top, right? Well, this t-shirt, this shirt that I wore barely covered my midriff. And then my shorts went like below my knee. And I had to wear like black shoes. Kira, I have never, even my girlfriend at the time when I walked in, she was like, oh my God, as if you're going out to like 10 million people like that. I was like, yeah, my lifesaver. And I fucking had to. I actually ended up winning the challenge somehow.
Wait, so this is a very blurry photo.
Oh God.
I mean.
Oh God, no. It's so bad. I'm like shaking from trauma. Okay, so everyone's like, why do you always have your hair up in a bun?
Should I make it my background of my phone?
Please.
Should we change the cover art of the podcast?
Okay, so everyone's always like, why do you always wear your hair up in a bun? Because of trauma like that. I don't trust anyone anymore.
Well, I will say you have branched out in hair and makeup at NBC lately, and you've let them do a ponytail.
Yeah, that's because I really trust Jess and the other makeup girls.
She's done a good job with the ponytail.
Yeah. But no, I'm like, no more spinning me around. No more like, your hair's so thick, we could do anything. I'm like, yeah, I know, but no. So I've got PTSD from it.
Right. I mean, honestly, rightfully so. I would too.
I told Cassette, and so we went on a trip to Mexico for like this like travel thing, this influencer trip, me, Cassette, and Amanda. And it was like 3 days into this trip, and I brought this story up, and Cassette literally fell off the chair. She was like, "You must have a picture." I've somehow found that picture.
And now awful. I have the picture.
And now it's been sent everywhere, all over the place. Amanda even sent it to our producer last week, and he just sent it to me midway through the world feed last week. And I was like, what is this? I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, what? Just bringing it out because we brought it up at dinner. Yeah.
Wait, speaking of Amanda, so the two of you went out to dinner one night without me because I couldn't come because I was working. And there, wherever you were in the background, they were playing the Golf Channel. And my face came up, and the three of us took a photo together. You and Amanda in person, and me on the TV. And Cosette posted that on her Instagram story, which you weren't particularly thrilled about because you felt like you had 7 chins. And Amanda,
and my thick neck, my neck,
sorry,
from the dog thing 12, 15 years ago.
So all the trauma is full circle.
All the trauma was last week.
We're learning so much about Mel's trauma. Amanda reposts that to her Instagram story. And Amanda is a big star. And the British press, or I don't know who these people are.
I know where you came with this.
Right? This article, the headline is Amanda Balionis poses with Charlie Hull's ex-Solheim Cup teammate at the popular golf club.
So not only...
That's all you are.
Are we bringing up my PTSD from years ago? All right, with my thick neck and just my hair issues, which is why I always wear a bun now. But I'm also a washed up ex. I'm not even my own person anymore. I'm just Charlie Hill's ex-teammate. I'm just Charlie Hill's ex-teammate now. So basically, it was a really good week. Felt great.
It's so great for your confidence. It says, Amanda Balionis reposted an Instagram story by Cosette Chaput. Wow, blah, blah, blah. It was about a lunch. That's not true. It was about a dinner she had with a CBS reporter and Charlie Hull's former Solheim Cup teammate, Mel Reid.
I mean,
at least they finally got your name.
They finally got my name. I know. I'm just so irrelevant now. But
that's all you are.
I'm just a wide-necked, purple.
But you guys had a great time together as Solheim Cup teammates, partners.
Yeah, we did. But so yeah, last week brought up a lot of trauma. So thank you to my wonderful friends for that. It was it went really well. It was fun. I don't mind. Hey, listen, I did it. It's a good story. I'll write a book one day, and you just got to laugh about it. That's what I think. I don't get embarrassed very easily, and
totally.
Maybe I'll bring the mohawk back one day.
Oh my God!
Can you imagine? I should lose a bet and just have it on live TV.
Or at Halloween or something. Or maybe we should do a thing where we dress up as Mel Reid from different phases of life.
Oh God, no, please.
Like someone with a bleach blonde wig, someone in lingerie, someone from that show, someone from...
Oh, you asked me when I realized I was lesbian. When I was like 8 years old, I made my mum like shave the back of my head and like have curtains. And so that was probably a turning point. That's probably when she was like,
Curtains?
Curtains. You know what curtains are? Like
bangs?
Like, do you remember back in the day? You back in the day when the boys used to have like Leonardo DiCaprio hair, like with the McDonald's M in the middle.
I've never heard it referred to as curtains.
Yeah, we call them curtains.
I think we call it just a flow.
Well, you have to be a bit more literal in America. We call it as a hairstyle curtains.
Okay.
My British fans will know what that means.
Okay. What did your parents say when you told them you were a lesbian?
They were like, no shit.
They're like, we know.
No shit.
Thanks, Mel.
Literally.
Thanks, Mel. Carry on.
My dad was I told my dad, he's like, oh, right. And he says, well, I like women, so I get it. I was like, okay. And then my mum was like, yeah, no shit. I was like, oh, okay. And that was it. That was the end of the conversation.
Big
Trust me, we'll get into
story.
this in another episode, but with my family, that was the least of the
least of their
of the worries.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
But
my face hurts from laughing.
No, I know.
I
did really try, but it just wasn't for me. Just wasn't for me.
You tried. You gave it a go.
Still find men attractive, just no.
Yeah, you can appreciate good-looking things without being fully attracted to them.
Yeah, exactly.
We do have to do one thing. We have to issue an apology to one Anna Jackson. I got I don't know if you were on this text. I got an enraged voice note from her about us accusing, when I say us, I mean you, accusing her of being posh.
She is posh.
She goes, I have one friend named Chip because of something funny that happened to her once, not because of anything else. And I don't know anybody named Poppy or Pippa. And
sorry, Annie, you're posh. She's posh.
She's posh. Such offense to this.
I don't know why she took offense to it. Being posh it's just, I think anyone south of Watford Gap is posh. So just leave it. It's all right, Anna.
Well, I just let the record state that Anna formally denies these claims, and we will have to revisit at a later date when we have her on the show one of these days.
Yeah, fair enough. But unfortunately, it's our podcast, so I'm going to say that she is posh.
Unfortunately,
we rule the roost over here. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, she just speaks very posh.
She does. Yeah, Anna Jackson.
So yeah, well, there you go, Anna. This is exactly why we do the podcast. This is why we're chalk and cheese, because Kira just apologised and I've gone and stuck by that I still think you're posh.
Perfect.
Right, what are you doing this week? Perfect. Oh my God, perfect.
Let's see. I'm home this week.
Wow.
And I've got lots of doctor's appointments.
Oh, very fun.
So I'm excited about that. I have got laundry to do. I have so much laundry, so much unpacking, repacking. I'm working. So the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be traveling. I'm playing in the Memorial Pro-Am. I'm going to New York. And then I've got Canadian Open and then the US Open. So this is kind of my last week before a big
stretch,
big push for the summer. And then that's kind of my last this is going to be my last big push coming up starting next week. And then I can start to breathe again. Yeah.
Very nice. I'm in Stamford this week. I'm doing the announcement in booth for the LPGA event in Mexico. So we return back to Mexico. Yeah, it'd be really fun actually at Mayakoba. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I will be going to New York Wednesday morning.
Okay.
And back, but I'm on a stretch now. I'm not home till like end of June.
Wow.
I know, because then I've got US Open, ShopRite. Anyway, we can get to all that. But then we go on a family vacation in New Jersey with Carly's family, and then KPMG.
Where do you guys go in New Jersey?
I don't know. I just show up. Their family holiday. They actually did in Jacksonville last year, which was obviously great for us. But they have a lot of family. Like Carly's family's originally from Philly, so a lot of their family are kind of in that area.
So they go down the shore.
Yeah. So her mum's just booked as a massive rental. It's cool. Apart from one of her sisters and her family, everyone's going. So it'll be nice to see the whole family, and it's always good when all the kiddos get together and on the beach. Yeah, it's just fun. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. But
that's great. Well, I think I got all of my notes that I made. Most of them.
Thank you.
This was my notes. Chalk and cheese. Oh, I didn't get to this one. Slagging off. I learned that this week.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, like you're slagging someone off.
But
that's a great
you can
word.
slag someone off, and there's also a slag.
Yeah, like
those are different things.
Yes, I've taught you what a slag is.
Yes.
I've taught you what slag is.
But I hadn't used it in like a sentence, like a verb.
Yeah, and like slagging someone off, like
that's
you must
like
have
talking
heard me
shit
say
about
that.
them.
Yeah. Like
but I was hearing it a lot this week, so it just was.
That's a great word, slagging. Oh, slagging. It's one of my favorite adjectives, actually.
I like that. Yeah. I have issue an apology to Anna. Check. This is
What now? Go.
I wrote, this is when Mel was straight. Parentheses, her little buddy.
What?
Her little buddy.
Is that
That's
the
what
short
that
guy?
the 5'2" guy was.
Fucking hell.
Nicked out of her room.
Yeah.
That was a word.
Nicked.
Mohawk, question mark.
Yeah.
Mel bikini photos. Ex Solheim Cup partner Charlie Hull. Xander cigars. Hallie jewelry. Got it.
Perfect. Yeah. Oh, God.
All right. Well, I hope everybody loved this episode of Quiet Please, which was just essentially the Sunday roast of Mel. I love when we actually get together in
Can you
person.
believe? Okay, can I say something? Can you believe Carly actually knows pretty much every single story of my past, and she still
still loves you
to marry me?
Yeah,
It's
that's
incredible.
true love right there. That's true love.
Yeah.
Well, it makes us love you more, Mel. It's built your character into the person that you are today.
I know. I really. It was. There are some things I wish I could take back.
Of course, we all have those.
Yeah, but I definitely have more than most.
That's okay.
But it's all good. Listen, you got to do things.
That's why we love you.
You got to do things when you're young, haven't you? Otherwise, you don't get away with it when you're older. And you become married and have children, and you definitely can't act like that.
Yeah, it's less cute. It's less cute when you're older.
Great words. Less cute to be just slagging it around when you're a little bit older.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, all good fun. But yeah, I'm glad that all got brought up at dinner, and everyone had a right chuckle over their burrata.
We had a right chuckle.
So.
All right. Well, I hope everybody has a lovely week. Everyone listening, you guys just think about a name that you want for the Quiet Please fans. Let us know.
Yeah, please let us know.
We got to 15 episodes and we think that we're so cool that we've got a fan base that has a name. So that's our goal here. But have fun up in New York, Mel, and
I will
talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.